here. There you go. Thank you. Okay, let's do. Twenty-six seconds, pretty consistent, about 42.5 grams of coffee. Right, I would say it's has been consistent with what I've been getting in the past. So I think the blind shaker produce quite consistent extractions. Okay, now the taste. Right, I'll be doing both coffee. Okay, for this, I'm actually more interested in testing this coffee grinder, right, which is actually the Auto, which is the sister company to Uraga. So you can see that it produced definitely more clumpy grounds. So I will first pull a shot without any preparations, right? And then let's see the outcome. Right, I think this one I'll just do an espresso. Right, let's see. Oh. One three one 170, so it's about 41 gram. Yep, so I would say that even without blind shaker, I'm still extracting about 41 grams of coffee. So now let's try with the blind shaker. Okay, for this I'll only be tasting the espresso. Five seconds when the first drop. I can visually see that the flow is slightly better, but that doesn't mean the taste is better. Okay, 41 gram in 25 seconds, very similar. And so now let's do a taste test. My hot tap is disabled. Let's see. I hate this water filter system. Okay, anyway. Hello, morning. So let's taste this later.
Can I have one orange espresso and one caramel latte?
Hot caramel latte.
Yes, hot caramel.
Okay, so take away or having here?
Take away. And have a chicken mushroom pie?
Chicken mushroom pie? Sure.
Yeah.
The heating time will be about 4 minutes for the pie.
Okay. Après, tu as aussi le client
La cash.
on est trop équilibré, on va prendre un business, on va pas dire là. Donc il y a maintenant qu'on peut se casser.
Thank you.
Donc voilà, déjà, voilà.
Do you need the receipt?
Non.
Okay, just take a seat first while waiting. Hello, morning.
One cappuccino, one four chocolat, please. Et voilà. Et après,
Thank you. Thank you. Ready? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, let's do a taste test. I'm comparing these two. Oh, this is extracted later and the color is already turning dark. The espresso oxidizes really fast. Let's try. Okay, this is the our Inferno Java, which has a small percentage of Robusta. So it tends to give you the very full body, slightly on the, I will not say bitter, it's a slightly on the slight bitter end, but it's not the bitter kind of a coffee. Right, let's try this one. This is really well balanced. Chocolate, dark chocolate at the back. A slight sweetness towards the end. This is acidic. So by right, this coffee is not supposed to be acidic. Yeah, so, you know, the slight acidity actually make the coffee taste better for me because I don't really like bitter coffee. But certain customers, they like a full, robust, full body kind of coffee. So yeah, this one is the first cup that we did without the blind shaker, direct dose. Somehow I find that this cup is better for me if I drink espresso. But if I do a milk-based drink, then this will be better because it is more balanced. The chocolatey notes actually blend really well with the milk. It brings out a very chocolate kind of, it basically makes the coffee taste like chocolate milk. Yeah, this is better for espresso, this is better for milk. And I will not be drinking this too because, okay, let me just do a little bit more taste test. Yeah, definitely this is slightly sweeter because of the acidity. And together with the slight bitterness, it actually make it slightly, I would say slightly more pleasant than this one. Yeah, but this is really a very well balanced full body count shots. Yeah, but I like this one better, right? So surprisingly, blind shaker do produce a very balanced coffee, right? At least for this particular blend. Yep, so I think without the blind shaker, there's a little bit of uneven extractions, but sometimes may not be bad, right? Because the acidity is not a stringent kind of acidity. It's actually quite pleasant. Alright, so now I'm going back to drink my single shot espresso from my first blend, which is the Coca Petal Symphony. Right, this is a lot sweeter. Whoa. Wow, this is nice. This is the kind of espresso I like. A lot sweeter, yeah. So a lot sweeter. The anaerobic brings about the sweetness. It's good. Alright, so now make a single piccolo. At the same time testing the milk frother to see that the milk frothing condition is good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Silky, but not the best latte art. Alpha Lime, I hope I got your name correct. I plan to build a very small pop-up cafe with limited budget, maximum 50 shots a day. DF54. I think it should be able to survive, but the problem with DF series kind of grinder, especially the DF64 or DF54, right? And furthermore, DF54 is a lot slower as compared to the DF64. The DF64 typically grind 18 grams in about less than 10 seconds, I would say. I think DF54 is a lot longer than that. And being single dose grinder, as long as your coffee, your cafe, your pop-up is not a very rush hour kind of pop-up, the customer doesn't come all at one time, then you have time to slowly weigh your coffee. Weigh your coffee unless you pre-weigh it in probably something like a bean cellar, like something that we do here. Right, we do use this, right, to hold 18 grams of coffee. So there's about 10 shots here. So unless you do something like that, maybe you prepare 50 shots of this, and then you don't have to worry about weighing. Yeah, so this will speed up your workflow a lot. And usually we do this because sometimes it is really busy. And nowadays we are doing 18 grams of dose on both espresso as well as on filtered, because we find that it gives you more, right? It allows the coffee, especially for filtered coffee, allows more water particles and the minerals inside to be able to be captured by the coffee particles, so that you can enhance the taste, so you can bring out the coffee taste more, right? With 20 gram and 1:15 ratio, we find that sometimes the coffee taste doesn't really show more as compared to 18 gram dose. So we still use 300 grams of water, but we use 18 gram dose, which means the ratio is probably about 1:16. I find that is actually better than 1:15, right? Personal opinion, right? And my customer seems to like it better. It extracts slightly less, but it gives you more clarity, more sweetness in the flavor. So coming back to a pop-up that's serving 50 coffee, I think it can do. You can do it with DF54, but yeah, you just have to plan how you want to carry out the dose, right? So as what I mentioned, it's better you pre-dose it, put in the bean cellar, or put in some way that you can contain the beans, and then you can just dose and grind. As you grind that, you can pull your shots while waiting for the grinder, which is about 20 seconds, right? You pull your espresso shot in about 25 to 30 seconds while waiting for the next shot to be ready. The grinder is ready in about 20 seconds. So I think with that, the workflow is a lot better. Yeah, hope it helps you. And furthermore, if you are serving milk-based drink, I'm not too sure what kind of machines you are using. Is it capable of steaming milk and then pulling shots at the same time? If it does, it's even better, right? So, but personally, in a small pop-up situation, I prefer something with hopper, which is easier, right? I can just dose, and I don't have to prepare, the 50 cellars, 50 test tubes of coffee before that. If you do it once, it's fine. If you do it twice, maybe okay. But if you do it daily, I think it becomes a chore. It's not something that's pleasant to do every day. Unless you like doing it, that's fine, right? This coffee is good. It's a little bit quiet, so I can have a little more time to chit-chat with you. Right now, right, our cafe is serving very exciting coffee. Right, we are serving quite a few different variety of coffee from Colombia, particularly the Finca El Diviso, right? We have the Sidra, right? I haven't test roast the Sidra yet. The Sidra is actually anaerobic process. Then we have the ombligon, which is yeast fermentation. Then it goes through natural process. So it's a yeast fermentation natural process coffee, which we are already serving. And then we have the old batch of coffee, which is our still from the same farm, but it's Finca El Diviso, Nesalaso, Anaerobic. So that one has got a pink guava taste, and the customer just love the taste of the pink guava. It is right in your face, right? And we also serve the 2023 champion of Africa, right, in the natural processed coffee category, the Ethiopian Guji Uraga, right? So that's another coffee that we are currently serving for filtered. And of course, we are also now serving the Panama geisha from Esmeralda, right? So that's another coffee that we are serving. So all these are slightly on the higher end, especially the Esmeralda. So it's more on the exotic level, right? We do serve our usual, like our Majestic merlot, which is actually the Yunnan region coffee. They are still served at a very reasonable price. Just that some of these other exotic being from Colombia and Ethiopia, they'll be priced higher because the green bean cost is a lot higher too. And if we fill a roast, right, then the cost is actually very high. Just to show you the coffee that we are serving now. Right, let's go for the blend first. So currently we have 5 blends of coffee. Right, blend number 1, right, is we call it the Inferno Java. Right, you can see there's a Sumatra Mandolin with Vietnam Dalat and a certain percentage of Java Robusta. You can look at the tasting notes, full throttle flavor. That's the one I tasted just now. Right, blend number 2 is one of our best seller. If you like something really balanced, right, we call it the Harmonic Elegance Mandolin and Cerrado from Brazil. Right, there's a slight citrusy, but very well balanced, heavier body. Right, blend number 3, we call it the Velvet Noir Venus. We use the Kenya beans. I have a spelling error here. It's Namiri, not Nimri. Right, so I will correct this. Sorry about the typo. Right, wash coffee, right, has white grapes, so you can imagine the acidity, the berry notes, right, very smooth body, chocolate nutty at the back because of the Cerrado. Right, then blend number 4 is currently what we are serving now, and the one that I use for my espresso. Right, again mandolin, but with Yunnan Anaerobic. Right, both wash coffee, but the mandolin is washed, but the anaerobic Yunnan is anaerobic process. You can see the tasting note, floral from the anaerobic, right, and very pleasant sweetness there, and very balanced. This is blend number 5. Right, blend number 4 is actually the Strawberry Rhapsody. Right, we changed this formula slightly to include Ethiopia. Right, previously there's only Ethiopia and Brazil, but now we have added Kenya to have the more, I would say, very grapey kind of taste, and also the strawberry kind of notes. Yeah, so this is very good for Americano, especially iced Americano. So these are the blend. Currently we have 5 blends. Right, for filtered coffee at the reasonable price range, I will call it. Right, currently we are serving 5. Right, this is the Ethiopia Sidamo Della G1, right, light roast, natural processed coffee, right, okay, so it can taste of lemon, strawberry, right, it's very clean. Good morning. Hot Americano to go?
Yes, thank you.
Right, then we have the Yunnan number 2, which is actually an anaerobic honey process. Right, all these we use it as the filtered coffee roast. You can see these are roasts for filtered. Right, this is the best seller for us, which is the Majestic merlot. It's a natural process Yunnan coffee. The varietal is Catimor. Right, very winey. Right, it's an omi roast, which means you can do both espresso as well as filtered. Then recently we also launched the Kenya single origin. Right, that should be the correct spelling for that. The varietal is SL34. right? Light roast. The vanilla smell is really strong. Smells really sweet. Yeah. Light roast for this. And the last is slightly on the heavier body side, which is the El Cedral, right? Medium light roast. Roast for is again an omi roast, which means you can also do both. Yeah. So on the exotic side, right? This is not the exotic. We also serve the Colombian decaf, right? And then this is the ombligon, right? It's from the farm Finca El Diviso, right? You can check out the tasting notes. Red cherry, purple grapes. The peach is really strong, right? Wine notes not really there, but then there's a subtle wine notes there, right? Then we have the Ethiopia Guji Uraga, right? This is really good, right? These are the tasting notes. All the exotic is roasted light, and of course we have also the Panama geisha from Hacienda La Esmeralda private collection from the Jaramillo. Right, this is the most expensive coffee we are now serving as we open, right? And also we produce like drip bags. Currently there's a promotion on the drip bags on the Costa Rica. And then we also have the other side, other type of drip bags. Yeah, so basically this is what we have currently. Quite a number of coffee. So if you are in Singapore, right, do come down and try our, if you like espresso, we have good espresso. If you like filtered, we have really good filtered beans too. Today everybody's quiet, huh? I think I'm more or less done with the test with the blind shaker. Yeah, definitely blind shaker is definitely better than WDT. I've done probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of testing, right? It is just better, right? So and I've also done a test on WDT after blind shaking. Does it help? Not really. So I don't see the point of WDT after the blind shaking, right? Maybe improve for you, but in my experiment, right, the taste is not improved. Sometimes it actually make it worse, because if you over disturb the your park, then you can actually do undesirable results. I think generally any brand will work. It does not. I don't think the brand really matters. But generally you will want to choose something with smooth wall inside, right? It doesn't make sense to have a rough wall inside, right? So the brand that I'm using currently is working pretty well, right? But it also depends on the condition of the humidity level of your area, right? For example, when I use the same blind shaker at home, right, it tends to have a lot of coffee stuck at the middle rod because of the humidity, right? But I think a scoop of water will actually help. Yeah, so with a little bit of RDT, I think it will reduce the static attraction to the middle rod. Yeah, so I think that should alleviate, the problem with the static. Yeah, so I think generally you just find anything, right, that suits your budget. I think it will work. And for me personally, I don't see much difference in using the blind shaker for filter coffee, right? I think the grinder plays a more important role, right? Because sometimes I do notice that I have a faster drawn down rate, which tends to give me slightly weaker filter coffee, right? Because the coffee flow down a lot faster when I blind shake it, versus when I just dose it direct. Yeah, probably because of the fine that's settled in a certain region, which actually traps water and retain the coffee longer. Yeah, so very much depends on the grind size, because I think on the filter coffee setting, the grind size is coarser, a lot coarser. So it does not really affect the extraction that much as compared to espresso. Right, so I will be doing a 10-gram dose. Right, let me do an ombligon. Right, let's see. Okay, not this one. Yep. So this is the one. Normally for personal consumption, I will do a 10-gram dose so that I don't have to drink too much coffee. Just now I have a double shot of this espresso, and that's all. Right, so it's not over caffeinated. I'm trying to cycle myself. Mazer is okay. Yeah, but the old Mazer is pretty loud. I have not used a new Mazer before. I think the new Mazer is pretty good, but they are not cheap. Yeah, so if there are many grinders available now. Oh, the Philo. The Philo is good. Yeah. It's the parallel grinder, right? Gravity feed, right? Hot water really cannot use it. I think it's the filter. I suspect it's the filter again. Like after 1 year. No, it's damn weird. Right, so let me try one. The reason why blind shaking it's not really necessary because I'm using this grinder. $14. $10 grams. Oof. See, I'll try to use a blind shaker. I think Philo's is the more futuristic looking grinder comparing to the old Mazer, which is really old fashioned. I think the design of the old Mazer is really old school. Hello, morning. 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 Whoa. Okay. I'll be making coffee first. Two cappuccino.
Can I get a single shot cappuccino for here?
Cappuccino.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good morning. This is a single shot cappuccino.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hello, morning. Flat what having here? Let's do a flat white. Cool. Decaf cappuccino.
So much.
Okay. morning.
Thank you.
Flat white? Dirty bandung.应该够了，再多一点吗？OK。做了，这个还没有，take away 啊，OK。
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Piccolo latte. Take away 啊。哦，这个只有这个，OK。哦。Piccolo?
Piccolo.
Yeah. Okay.
Apart from the pastries, do you do anything for breakfast?
Not. No.
Just pastries.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, finally I can make my filter coffee. Okay, not too bad. My water is still holding at 94. That's good. Okay, this is the ombligon. holding has already cooled down. This is a wonderful dripper. It's perfect for one person, or sharing with two person if you just want slightly over a glass, small glass. Okay, and it doesn't care about your pouring technique. Just pour. We'll be doing 160. It's done. It's a very fast dripper, 1 minute. Okay. You can see the color. It's very light. Oh, the peach. The audio was very quiet. Okay. Hey, have a good day. The burro selections, or you mean my other videos? I actually prefer SSP Casper for both filtered as well as espresso. It's my called an Omi type of coffee grinder. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. I have different setup at different places. Currently at my own house, I'm using a Casper on a DF64 Gen 1 for filtered. Right, but I use the Catimor Sculptor 70S for my espresso. Yesterday I tried filter coffee on the Catimor Sculptor 70S. It still doesn't taste the best. It is okay, but it's just not good enough for me to throw expensive beans inside and test. It's just not up there yet. So I'll continue to test, continue to use it, to season it until I get a taste right. Then I'll comment whether the Catimor Sculptor 70S is good for both espresso and filtered. But currently, it is really good for espresso, I would say. Very nice espresso. This is Lala Move?
Yeah.
For which?
For your patient.
Oh, Gongxiang. Okay, okay. Oh, they use Lala Move. Okay. Okay, can leave it here first. Yeah. They always use Lala Move.
I think sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, back to business. Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Two latte, having here. Ice coconut latte. Having here. be 1650. Yeah. Thank you. So change receipt. Thank you. Take a seat first. Okay, let me get my mask. This thing tastes better when it's cool. The peach. Just like drinking peach tea. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yeah. No problem. Casper is the bird that I go to, but you have to like the particular tasting of the Casper. Usually it's a more heavy body kind of espresso, very well textured. It also gives sweeter espresso, not bright. It doesn't give you bright espresso. It gives you well textured, well bodied, and sweet espresso. If you like SSP Casper, it's my favorite bird so far. But I tend to switch the burrs around, like use different grinder for different purpose. This ombligon is really good. The sweet note at the back. Wow. Somehow I tasted star fruit inside. Alright, I think it's past 1 hour, so thank you for joining my stream today. Hope you enjoyed today's live, and I will probably see you tomorrow. Right, so thanks for joining. Just a shout out to WC, Rosa, thanks for joining. Alpha Frame, Alpha, I think it's Alpha. Jaime. Right, I hope I got your name correct. Right, thanks for joining. I will see you again.